What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video with me, Alex, your host on today's video. Nuuk's real estate market is going crazy. Currently, with more construction cranes towering in the sky than I have fingers and toes to count, and our national bank posting its highest earnings that it has ever had in the last 55 years of it operating here in Greenland. Clearly, money is being made in the real estate of Nuuk. And in this video, I want to dive into what is actually going on in the real estate market of Nuuk in Greenland. And also, if you stick on to the end, I will disclose how much my own house has increased in value since I purchased it in 2019. So sit back, relax, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you hadn't already, and let's get going with the video. So, what is going on? As we in Greenland also get mortgages from Danish mortgage companies, we up here in the north have also enjoyed the very low mortgage interest rates the last couple of years. Couple that with increased buying power, as the last couple of years have been very good for fishing. Most of our economy here in Greenland depends on good fishing years. More people moving to Nuuk, and people already owning their own house also experiencing their current house having increased in value. Then you will end up with an environment where overbidding seems kind of normal. Sellers set the price and you get a fear of missing out once you watch the real estate prices just take off into the stratosphere. But you might want to say, yeah, Alex, but that's normal. We're seeing those increases all over the planet right now. But let me just put this into a little bit of context. Nuuk is located in Greenland, which is an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. The current population is 56,500 people, and Nuuk currently has 19,261 inhabitants. So we are nowhere a large metropolis of any kind, and we're basically isolated in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Not to mention that our largest industry and basically our almost only exporting industry is fishing. So if we take a look at the market in Nuuk, lately the newly constructed apartments that are being sold here, which are the most expensive ones, they're currently selling for above 41,000 Danish kroner per square meter, which equates to $587 per square feet. I don't know how much that is compared to your specific area, but please let me know down in the description if it's a lot or just a tiny bit. So if we take those $587 per square feet and put that into a Danish real estate website. Alright, we're gonna hop over to the laptop now and then have a look at what apartments are selling for in Copenhagen when comparing to the real estate in Nuuk. And a filtered search for similar sized apartments in Copenhagen area. This is the area we are working with in Copenhagen. As you can see, we're out in the outskirts of Copenhagen, but still quite an extensive list when comparing the same prices and the same comps to apartments in Nuuk. So if we put this up on a list, filtered for the same price per square meter or per square foot, you are looking at a list of roughly 49 apartments you could buy in Copenhagen and in the outskirts of Copenhagen. Some of them even cheaper. And I know that the apartments we will be comparing to in Copenhagen will be older. I mean, you're talking about newly constructed apartments in Nuuk comparing to just apartments in Copenhagen. But I still think it's crazy that for the same price per square meter, you can get right now 49 apartments in Copenhagen of roughly the same size. And to me, that is absolutely insane. On one hand, you have Nuuk with 19,000 people. On the other hand, you have Copenhagen, which is a city of more than 1 million people in a developed Scandinavian Western country. Absolutely insane, but cheers to that. And not even to mention the rental rates in Nuuk compared to those in Copenhagen. those are almost pretty much the same as well. And I mean, I'm nowhere near an expert in the future or the real estate market in Nuuk, but I do invest in the property market here, and I plan on doing that in the foreseeable future. If I had to come up with a list of Nuuk and its future potential, I believe that the things that are going well for Nuuk at the moment can be summed up to these 6 points that I'm about to share with you right now. You are welcome. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Number 1 on the list, which is also universal for a lot of the real estate that has risen in price the last couple of years, is the, I think, historic low mortgage interest rates. Currently, you can get a mortgage for 3.1 to 3.6% for a fixed rate 30-year mortgage here in Nuuk. So money is very cheap to borrow. Number 2, people are moving to Nuuk. Since 2021, 461 people have moved to Nuuk and basically grown our population with 471 people within a year, making the demand for housing to increase. And with already low supply, you have more people competing for the same leftovers. And number 3, a new international airport being set to be done in 2024. Everyone living in Nuuk are very excited about it, but everyone else outside of Nuuk is not really that excited about it. But nevertheless, this will inevitably mean more tourist people going into Nuuk, and those tourists will also have to compete against local people trying to find a rental property, popping up the price for both the rents and the rentals, because it's going to be more lucrative to own rental properties, in my own personal opinion. Then we also have a low supply of housing. Although it may seem like a lot of the real estate agents in Nuuk at the moment has a lot of rental properties up for sale, I do remember reading a news article coming from the public housing rental company called Iserit that they currently had around 2,000 families / people on a waiting list for a rental property with them. And at the moment they themselves only have around 2,100 rented out rental properties at the moment, meaning that they would almost have to double the supply of what they currently have in order to accommodate everyone being on the waiting list. Then we have a little bit of a controversial one. The military has increased its presence here in Nuuk. That is, Denmark has moved their Greenlandic military headquarters from formerly known as Gangilinguit down south. They have moved it to Nuuk here, meaning that you have around 100 military personnel moving into Nuuk, requiring housing and food and, you know, all the basic necessities that you need as a human being in order to thrive in a society. And we all know, with a military budget, which is basically pockets that are infinitely deep, those people will also be competing with local people trying to find a rental property. And I also do believe that the military presence here in the Arctic will also increase over time. I mean, we are already seeing a conflict with a key player at the moment in Europe who also has a large Arctic presence. So I believe that the Danish military presence here in Nuuk will also increase. Last but not least, we have a new building code coming out here maybe this year, maybe next year, nobody really knows, but it has been out here. People could comment on it, whether they liked it or not. But nonetheless, it's gonna make the construction even more expensive, as demands towards insulation, airtightness, and ventilation, just to name a few, those demands are gonna increase in the new building code, meaning higher construction costs, as you're basically adding more value into the construction that you're making. And of course, that's also gonna mean that the houses are gonna jump up in price. Great. But it's gonna be nice with like better ventilation. That is definitely, in my opinion, an area that should be very muchly improved, because we are using a lot of time indoors and have a lot of problems with mold and such things. If you stuck to the end, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you hadn't already. Only, of course, if you like these news reported to you live from Greenland by your host, Alex Olsen. Now, onto my own house, which I bought in the summer of 2019. I paid, depending on the exchange rate, we're just gonna keep the exchange rate from Danish crowns to US dollars the same, so we don't get screwed up in like the conversion rates that has fluctuated the last couple of years. But in the summer of 2019, I bought my own house, which I'm sitting in right now, for 330,000 US dollars. And it's a house of 893 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 1 bath. A same house at the moment is now on sale for 391,500 US dollars, basically with the same comps and everything, just in 2.5 years. Meaning that if that house that is currently on sale right now gets sold at that price it's set for, that would mean the price would have increased of my own house, like what, 18.6%, or a yearly increase of 7.45%. I mean, that's just absolutely insane to watch these price hikes. And I thought that with the mortgage rates just like going up, 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 you would have the house prices go down as a result, because you can buy less house for the same amount of money once the interest rates go up. But no, it seems like sellers are still setting the price of the homes, and home buyers and investors are still buying them. How long is this gonna continue? I have no idea. If you do, please let me know. Let's get some expert knowledge going down in the description. Are we at the peak like I thought we were in 2019 when I bought? And then after that I saw an almost 20% increase. I don't know. If you know, please let me know down below in the description. Let's continue the conversation down there. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you in the next video next time. Okay, bye.